Education Around the World by Yesenia Palomo. The story begins here. In America, some kids don't appreciate what a wonderful school system we have. Our school system gives us an opportunity to learn and grow up to be whatever we want to be, for free. But some American children don't take advantage of this wonderful opportunity to learn. They rather focus all their time on trying to grow up faster, or some are even too lazy to try. Do you know, according to CNN, 6.2 million high school students have dropped out in America? That is equivalent to 16% of American citizens that won't have a high school degree. While American students are too busy hanging out with friends, going to the mall and having fun, and struggling to do well in school because of this, some other teens around the world are also struggling to stay in school, but for way different reasons. Let's take a look at them. First country's high school I would like to take a look at is India. Did you know in India families have to pay for their kids to go to school, while in America it's free? So since most Indian families can't afford to send all their kids to school, they usually just send the boys, while the girls are forced to stay home to learn to cook and clean from very young ages, usually by their mom or grandma. Girls in India who want a good education have to go to night school, which can range from 8 to 10 at night. Some boys drop out of school from ages as young as 9 to get a job to help support their families. Girls and boys in India really strive for an education and would do anything to keep it. They would never give up the wonderful gift of knowledge and learning, no matter what sacrifices they make. To them, education is truly a gift. It is something you should never ever pass. The next country's school system I'd like to take a look at is China. Did you know students in China go to school all year round, and their school hours range from 8 in the morning to 6 at night? Where US students only go to school from 8 in the morning to 5 at night. Yet Chinese students somehow find time to go to school every day for 12 years full time, while US students can't even find the time to go to school for 5 days a week, and almost half the time China students go. Did you know Chinese students go to school for about 341 days a year, while American students only go to school for about 180 days a year? And Chinese students have to go to school for 6 days a week, while American students only go to school for 5 days a week. Also, did you know that students in China start learning English and other second languages starting from kindergarten? They learn a second language such as English because the schools know that if those kids really want a good college education system, they'll have to travel abroad to get one. This is due to China's poor education system. But saying that the kids will learn a second language to travel to a foreign country just to get a college education really does say a lot about how much education means to them. As you can see, unlike American kids, kids in China take school much more seriously and make it more of an honor and a priority to attend. And kids in China also try harder than American students. The next country's school education system I'd like to take a look at is Zimbabwe's. As you know, Zimbabwe is a very poor country. Zimbabwe is separated into small villages. Each village has a head of religion. And since in Zimbabwe you have to pay for your school education, the head of the village's religion picks a lucky boy or girl each year to attend a school in the city. The whole village sponsors this lucky boy or girl with any money they may have. This lucky child then attends his or her new school. Since they live in villages, it is a long walk on a side road to get to a school. Luckily, sometimes they get to walk with other boys and girls who have also been chosen out of their villages to attend school. They try as hard as they can to study and learn since they are representing their village. As you can probably tell, attending school is one of the biggest honors to Zimbabwe kids. Since almost all of their elders cannot even spell their own names, it is a huge opportunity and honor to be chosen to be the only kid in the village to attend school. It is a huge honor for Zimbabwe kids, and they never would pass it up. So before you sign those withdrawal slips, or miss the next 2 weeks of school for nothing, or argue with your parents about the phone bill, think about the boys in India who will never get to experience dances or hanging out with friends since they had to drop out of school and pick up a job to support their family. Or the girls who have to go to school so late and then wake up bright and early the next morning just to cook breakfast for their families. Think about them. Or the kids in Africa who are so poor their whole village has to put together money just to send one boy or girl to school. And before you complain about your algebra homework, think about the kids in China who know 2 Englishes before they're 6 and go to school 11 hours all year round and then travel across the world just to get a good education. Think about them.